Magment, and in particular to an innovation called magnetic concrete for wireless charging. We will be joined today by the CEO of the company, who's Mr. Mauricio Esguerra, and he's co-founder and CEO at the company, Magment, and he will be kind enough to make an introduction of his innovation, which is truly most impressive. And I wouldn't dare to go beyond what I have said about his innovation and the innovation of his team. But Mauricio, the floor is yours, and maybe you can illustrate us better, because we were shocked when we learned about your patent, and we would like to understand better the technology. But I believe that it is seriously creating a step forward towards these smart transportation infrastructures of the future that this association is about. So Mauricio, the floor is yours, and thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jose, and very happy to be here, and very much appreciating the work that you can also see here, was already sent by mail. And I hope you can share the presentation that I had prepared for giving you a bit of a hint of what we have been doing. So Magment is a company that was founded 6 years ago, based in Munich. We have in the meantime also an American subsidiary, because we have been able to gain a lot of attention worldwide with this technology. Next slide, please. I want to give you today a very quick overview of what this is about. So basically, we have created a concrete that has recycled magnetic materials that we gather from e-waste as aggregates. So this material, and this will be shown in some examples, is being used to have a very efficient transmission of energy to vehicles. And the goal of this is to really reduce the dependency on batteries. So as discussed by the previous speakers, for example, Ricardo mentioned something about large batteries being needed for high-duty vehicles. Precisely the objective of this technology is to have an infrastructure, especially for dynamic wireless charging, such that the amount and size of batteries can be largely reduced. So having lighter batteries obviously enables electric transportation, making, of course, both the need for resources to make batteries, but also the cost of the vehicles much lower. So we, and I will show that in a couple of moments, can even reduce any idle time due to charging. So this is really about charging as the vehicle moves, as the charging operates normally. And one thing that we have been able to get by the properties of a material such as concrete, which allows the integration of the coils. Next slide, please. So you can see here that in the upper corner, so that the copper coils that is necessary to generate a magnetic field is fully embedded into the magnetic concrete, and this being afterwards integrated in a regular concrete housing or under a concrete or other street material. And this kind of system has a very high efficiency combined with a very low emission. So it's very safe transmission of energy. I would like to show you in the next slide the first product that we have brought to the market. It's called MagDock, so it's already being sold, and it's a docking station for micromobility. It's a fully automated station, such that the operators of scooters don't have to have any personnel picking up the vehicles in the evenings to being charged. So this is already a lot of reduction of additional emissions to the operation of this kind of vehicles. So we started this project 2 years ago, and it has proven to be a very good start into what we have envisioned. And as you can see in the next slide, the main market that we are targeting initially is intralogistics. So this is about charging of forklifts, charging of industrial robots in factories. And in this green floor sections that you can see are the vehicles that move back and forth, don't need to do anything, but just will be charged automatically as they operate. So this, of course, is an incredibly good opportunity to enter into the market, given also the fact that due to the pandemic, e-commerce has increased dramatically. A lot of new warehouses are being built. So we are going to contribute with this product called MagTrack to the decarbonization of industrial vehicles, understanding that different from cars, for example, where electrification is not yet fully developed. In the case of industrial vehicles such as forklifts, this is of course much more developed. So showing our technology in this kind of environment is the best proof of its use. In the next slide, you see what is going to be the next stage, which is MagRoad, is a dynamic charging roadway. And as you can see here underneath, the strategy is not to electrify 100% of the roads, but to do this in segments in order to have an optimum between the cost of making this infrastructure happen and the use of batteries in the vehicles. So this optimum should contribute to the best, to a balance of cost for this kind of systems. I would like to mention at this point that the first road having this kind of infrastructure is being built currently with the Indiana Department of Transport in the United States. So we have received there a large support from the American government. However, we see here also very good opportunities in Europe. There is another project just started here in Bavaria with an autonomous minibus in a city. So that project is already ongoing. And we look forward for other highway projects, both in Germany and also in Spain, where we have the possibility to get grants by the EU LIFE program, so that we can bring this technology also in Europe to a very demonstrative use. One thing I would like to mention at the end regarding some of the remarks that have been also made today is about the cost of this infrastructure. So given the fact that we are using a recycled material and that we are using a very conventional technology such as concrete, where we can use the same kind of equipments, the same kind of methods used for the construction of roads with concrete, we have been able to estimate the cost of a newly constructed highway, to give this specific example, to be around 5 to 10% more than the cost that it would cost to construct this highway without this technology. So I think it's really highly affordable. And this is why we have gathered the interest of various companies. So we count on the concourse of the largest cement companies worldwide and a lot of road construction companies. And we are very eager to push this more and more in order to help make electric transportation and decarbonization of transportation a reality. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this recognition. We are happy to be able to continue working in this field. And if you're interested in learning more, please come back to us, and happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this excellent presentation, Mauricio, and applause also to you. Thank you very much from all of us. It's absolutely impressive what your company is doing, and I think you truly deserve this award this year, and it's an honor for us that you have accepted it, and on behalf of your company. Thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much.
So, well, we have had again a very successful event. We are 6